People ask me, how did we start this DBTRS project? It started way back in 2014 when the Minister of Education, when she expressed her concerns about the fact that teachers came from universities, qualified, especially with content and in a specific area, but they still did not have the ability to teach in a classroom. So she expressed this concern, especially in the rural areas, where they find that they battle to find teachers, and once they employ them, they also battle to keep them, because they tend to want to move to cities and more crowded areas, where typically the salary levels are also higher. So the Minister approached our funder and expressed her concerns and requested that the funder would allocate funds for a project to be able to develop a model like this. So the funder then approached Save the Children. We conceived the project around these concerns and requests from the Minister. But we could not do that in isolation. So we had to work with a number of stakeholders. We worked with the Department of Education in a specific district, and we selected the Thabo Mafutsanyane district because of the fact that it's so rural and all the challenges that the Minister were concerned about typically occurs in a district like this. So we worked with the Department of Education in the Thabo Mafutsanyane district to identify what their needs were. We needed to know what kind of teacher did they need in their schools, in which schools did they need teachers, and also more critically, when do they have that need? So that we could plan 4 years in advance, so by the time the students in our project qualified, the department would have a need for their skills. So we worked closely with the district director and the whole team, and they have been supporting the project throughout, from the beginning until now. And I must say, the relationship that we have built with the district through this project has been an exceptional learning for us, and has really shown the commitment of the department to address the concerns raised by the Minister.
The role of the district. The most important thing is for the district to ensure that we really support the project. Because at the end of the day, the very student will be our employees. So if we don't take care of them from the beginning, it's going to be difficult for the district to correct whatever when they are in the system. So as a district, we also play an oversight on the project to ensure that all what was planned to achieve by the project, it's really achieved. Sure. The value of the project to the district is that these students, when they are our employees, from day one, they know the classroom because they've been part of the classroom throughout their training. And they know the culture and the mantra of the district. They are part of us. All what we are doing, all our challenges, they are part of us. As we solve them, we solve with them. So when they are our employees, we won't have a struggle. They know exactly how to take care of grooming and nurturing the learners in the foundation phase as well as in the intermediate phase with mathematics and science, of which these subjects are so important in our district. Just look around in this office. You will see that there are certificates that shows that the district is doing well nationally in mathematics and science. So this project is going to lay that firm foundation so that these learners can move throughout schooling, not drop out, because the foundation in the primary has been firm in maths and science and also in the foundation phase.
Obviously, we also had to work with people who supply bursaries to these students. Typically, these bursaries are funded by the Department of Basic Education at national level. And we worked very closely with a section managing the Funza Lushaka bursary that is intended to allow or empower students to become teachers. We also worked with the Department of Higher Education, who defines the qualifications, the requirements needed to be able to present these qualifications and also accredit them for the universities. Naturally, we also worked with universities. In this case, we involved 2 different universities to make sure we could also compare the different degrees and the ways of delivery, as well as the support that they provide to students. And therefore, with all the help of all the stakeholders, we decided that we needed to recruit 2 groups of students, that we typically would base that on the needs of the district, and that we would place these students in schools in order for them throughout their degrees to be able to observe and model and learn how to teach themselves. So the DBTRS project was born.
Once the project was conceptualized, thought was given to implementation. Harambee was an organization that we used to recruit the students. The recruitment wasn't merely thinking about the academic ability of students, but rather profiling. And profiling in the sense of thinking, what would an ideal teacher look like? So things that were considered during recruitment was, of course, their academic ability, but also personality, their skill set, things like emotional intelligence. And after recruitment, we ended up with 2 cohorts of students. Our first cohort of UNISA students are studying towards a foundation phase degree in B.Ed, and they will be graduating this year. The second cohort of students are studying with Northwest University and are currently in their 2nd year. They will be specializing in mathematics and science. The project is set up in such a way that the students will receive support from various stakeholders. First of all, the students have Funza Lusaka bursaries. That means that they are receiving funding to study towards a B.Ed degree with either Northwest University or UNISA University. One of the strengths of the project is the close working relationship we have with the local district Department of Education. They have been central to the success of this project. With their assistance, we have been able to place students here at schools locally in the district where they are able to learn from a mentor teacher in their classroom. The students don't only have a mentor teacher at the school, they also have a Save the Children mentor. This mentor that moves between schools and visits them face-to-face, but also provides online opportunities on platforms like WhatsApp. The Save the Children mentor is specifically there to assist them with the academic side of studying with the universities, but also giving them psychosocial support with dealing with all the stresses there is with being a student. Save the Children identifies where students need to develop skills and set up workshops accordingly. This could be anything from financial management to getting a consultant in, like a psychologist, to help them with stress management. In the project, we are trying to develop the student holistically and not only focusing on their teaching ability, but also focusing on them as people. It has been incredibly rewarding to work on this project, to listen to the students' stories and see what an impact this has had on their lives.
Because from the beginning, teaching was my career.
Obviously, I think I'm from a family of teachers.
I wanted to be one of the people who teach children to be better people.
Since growing up, I've been like to be a teacher, to become a teacher.
In the beginning, I joined this project because I was passionate working with children. My whole life I wanted to be a teacher, so it was easier for me to be in this project to apply, yes.
I just developed a love for teaching.
It's because I like children and I really like mathematics and science.
So it was so very motivating and everything was so channeled to help us.
And it's exciting. I wanted to study through UNISA, yes, but joining the project was very helpful for my own personal growth. The teaching practice concept, it really helped a lot because I think I'm prepared for the workplace now.
I took it as an incubation process. In which way? In this During the incubation process, you try to put the temperature at the right level so that the eggs that are in that incubation can be matured at the right time. So Save the Children has been that mother to us. We have been those eggs that were being molded or being equipped to be perfect teachers.
I feel much better being in this project than an individual somebody studying through UNISA for the same degree as I am.
Every day I'm learning a lot. Yes.
Every day we are with children, we know their weakness, their barriers to learning, everything.
Yeah, it's a good experience. I'm learning a lot from my mentor teacher.
My mentor teacher has been so good to me because she taught me a lot, like how to interact with children. She taught me the teaching strategies and then how to connect with children, how to understand them, how to groom them like to be better. Yes.
So I also recall the words of Dr. Maluleka when he once said they are trying to breed a special breed of educators.
Without this project, I don't know even where I could have been, man.
I so wish that other children can get this opportunity that we got. It was a great opportunity that everyone can wish to have. Yeah.
So my mentor has been playing a pivotal role in during these 4 years.
It was a great experience. Actually, I feel very privileged.
Since I was staying at home doing nothing, and now I'm doing something better, so my life has changed in that way.
Hey, it was an amazing 4 years.
No, I would just like to thank all the stakeholders for giving me the opportunity.
So what have we managed to achieve in this project? Although we are halfway, we have already shown that our students have a pass rate of in excess of 80%, that we've managed to give them and provide them with classroom teaching practice skills, that they are able to run classes on their own. They are able to take over from their mentor teachers. The first group of students is finishing their degree this year, but they've also gained so much teaching practice experience. They can teach children, they can relay the concepts that they've learned, and they can provide quality teaching to our children. We have also managed to refine the model that we've started with to a point where it's ready for adoption by the department. And at the moment, the Department of Basic Education is busy reviewing the whole structure or the whole way that they want to train teachers in the future. So it's been an opportune timing from our point of view to being able to input into that process. And I'm really proud to say that the Funza Lushaka bursary of tomorrow will be based on the lessons learned, the successes we've had, and we've received that feedback from the Department of Basic Education, but also the Department of Higher Education, acknowledging that the impact that this project has made. So we're extremely proud of what we've achieved in this project.